Hey everybody, Mr. Beltran here. Today we're going to work on a little soccer shooting. Okay, now the kick for soccer shooting is similar to a kick that you would do kicking a field goal in football, or also kicking the ball in a kickball game. Okay, it's a very similar motion. Now remember, we're just trying to practice the proper technique. We're not trying to kick the ball super far. We're not trying to score any goals. We're just trying to practice the proper technique, especially since most of us are inside our house. There's not too much space to use, okay? So again, find a little bit of space. For a ball, we're going to use that paper ball. Remember, you can crumple up a few pieces of paper, 3 or 4 pieces to make it a little bit larger than just a single piece of paper, okay? It's not going to quite be as big as a soccer ball, but it'll get the same idea, okay? I also have, as another option, a plastic bag. Okay, you just crumple up the plastic bag into a ball, and then even though it doesn't stay as a ball, we can practice our kick using that. Okay, so when we are practicing our kick, I'll use the paper ball first, and I'll show you with the plastic bag afterwards. Okay, you want to start a little bit behind the ball and off to the side just a tiny bit. Okay, so I'm going to be kicking into a wall that's to the side over here. Okay, if you have a wall that you can kick into, that's great. If not, you can always kick into open space. Okay, let me face the camera so that you can see what I mean by a little bit to the side. So I'm about 1 step behind it, but I'm also going to be about 1 step to the side. Okay, so I'm not directly behind the ball. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you want to step next to the ball with the foot you're not kicking with. Okay, so that first thing, so I'm going to take for me is going to be my left foot. I'm going to step next to the ball. There's a little bit of space right here. Okay, there's a little bit of space. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Now I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see the next step here. Okay, so I'm behind it, off to the side just a tiny bit, step next to the ball. Then the foot that I'm kicking with, which for me is the right foot, I'm going to swing that one back, okay, behind me. Now when I'm swinging it back, it's not straight back, it's a little bit angled backwards, okay? I also, at the same time, want to point my toe down. You can see instead of pointing my toe straight, it's pointing down towards the ground. Okay? This is because when I kick the ball, I want to use my laces, which are right here. I don't want to kick it with my toes. So as I am swinging my leg forward, my toe is pointed down so that I can kick that ball with the laces first, not with the toes first. Okay? Now again, let me face towards the camera so you can see a little bit better. Remember, I'm 1 step behind and to the side a little bit. I'm going to step next to the ball, swing that leg back with the toes down, and as I swing it forward, you can see my toes still pointed down, and I'm going to try to kick it with my laces first. Okay, so here I'm going to show you at regular speed here. Okay, so a little bit back and to the side. It's going to be step, swing, point that toe down, and kick. All right, now my ball kind of came a little bit apart, but that's okay. Just make it again. Okay. If I'm using that plastic bag, same idea. Okay, put it down there on the ground, about a step behind. Okay, step, swing, and kick. Now sometimes that bag kind of sticks to the foot, gets stuck on the foot. That's okay. Remember, we're not trying to kick the ball far. We're not trying to score a goal. We're just trying to practice the right technique. Okay, so one more time, right here, starting behind it and to the side a little bit. Step, swing, kick. And now that's how you practice kicking like you're shooting in soccer, or kicking a field goal in football, or doing your kick and kickball, okay? But what I want you to do now is I want you to practice both of with your right foot and your left foot, okay? So go ahead and pause the video, practice for about 5-6 minutes, right foot, and then try it with your left foot. It's going to feel odd for some of you because some of you really like using one foot over the other, but in soccer, you really want to practice with both feet. Okay, so practice with the right foot kicking, practice with the left foot kicking 5 or 6 minutes, and then come back when you're done, okay? Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. All right, now that you've had a few minutes to practice that, one more thing I want us to practice, very similar, but now we're going to get a little bit of a run-up, okay? And what I mean by that is you're going to start a little bit behind the ball, okay, and take a few steps towards the ball before you kick it. This generally helps you get more power into your kick so that you can kick it a lot farther than you normally would if you were just 1 step behind like we were just doing. Okay, it's the same idea, as what we were just doing, except you're going to take about 3 steps before you do the kick. Okay? So I'm going to take that plastic bag ball again. Okay? Put it down here. So this time, instead of just starting 1 step back, I'm going to start about 3 steps back. Okay? Again, you want to be a tiny bit to the side. Okay? Now, when you start, you want to start with the foot that you are not kicking with. For me, this is going to be my left foot. So I'm going to take 1, 2, and then 3 is going to be that one where I'm stepping next to the ball. Okay, then I'm going to swing that right foot back, point the toe down, and then swing it forward and try to kick it with those laces. Okay. You don't want to take more than 3 steps, maybe 4 or 5, but after that, that's too many. Okay, if you're doing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps and you're like running, and then doing it, that's too far. Okay, you don't need to do that much. About 3 steps is all you need. Okay, so I'm going to place this ball down. I'm going to start about 3 steps. I'm going to go a little quicker this time. Okay, so it's 1, 2. On the third step, I'm stepping next to the ball, swing and kick. All right, so it's going to go just like that. Okay. It is important that you start a little bit on the side because that's where you're going to get some what we call hip rotation. Okay, and what I mean by that, I'm going to put this ball right here. If I start a little bit here on the side, as I'm running towards my ball, 1, 2, 3, and I swing my leg, okay, I'm actually twisting my hips as I kick. And that hip rotation, okay, is going to help generate more power than if you were just running straight at the ball and kicking it straight ahead. Okay, so try your best to start a little bit back and about 1 or 2 steps off to the side of the ball before you do it. Okay, just like the last time, I would like for you to practice right foot and left foot. So when you get off this video, practice for about 5-6 minutes, taking turns, do with the right foot, then the left foot. Okay, get that 3 steps run up, step, swing, kick. Try to kick it with those laces. Don't forget to get that hip rotation. Okay, that hip rotation helps generate more power when you are shooting. All right, and then when you're done, don't forget to do the stretches that we always do, and then the Google form. And I'll see all of you next time.